How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the More Defined podcast. I'm your host, James Chapman Jr., and today we have Nichole on the podcast today. And we'll let her introduce herself and explain a little bit more about who she is and what she does.
All right. Well, thank you for having me, James. I don't even know how to answer that question of who I am and what I do. Honestly, I currently reside in the DMV. I work at a nonprofit currently. I do a whole lot, to be honest. But more recently, I've been streaming and modeling on the East Coast. So that's what I do. I serve our students in the public school sector.
All right. So I like to start off every podcast with a check-in to kind of like set the mood with everything,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like 1 to 10. How's everything going in life? And then after you finish, I'll share after you.
All right. Honestly, 1 to 10. Honestly, it's a solid 7. You know,
Hmm.
like is really giving 7, like 7.5. Because I feel like I'm at a place where I'm accomplishing a lot, but I'm not exactly where I want to be. Like I'm not content yet. You know what I'm saying? It's still
Mm.
stuff for me to go learn and go do and
Yeah.
go see. So that's me. What about you?
Okay. I'm at like a 8.5 right now.
Mm-hmm.
The podcast has been going well and everything. Um, Side note on that, I'm actually gonna stop it a little earlier than I wanted to for this year, but it's
Yeah.
because I'm trying to figure out that balance for everything.
Mm-hmm.
With a lot of the other stuff that I'm trying to get into with like my own content and things of that nature, and then some of the other stuff I have going on with videography too. So yeah, I'm trying to find that balance between that and work and everything else. So
Yeah.
that's why I would say it's at 8.5. So yeah.
That's good. That's good. 8.5 is a solid point though.
Yeah. I try to do my best to stay around that 8 to 9 range.
Fair enough.
Not get too low, not get too high on anything. So all right. So this is how I start off everything. I ask everybody, at what moment did you know or did somebody tell you that you had the heart for getting into the work that you're into now?
Um, Honestly, I think I've always known it, to be honest, because of the family dynamic that I come from, like being from a really large family. It's always community based. I tell people that community drives everything that I do, everything that I think about, everything that I say. Like I do it for my city, really, and I do it for my community. Like anybody that I consider part of my community, whether it's blood or not, I do it for everybody that cares about me and the people that I care about, really. So honestly, it's always been in me. I'm true to this, not new to this. When it comes to community.
Yeah, I love that. All right. So, as you just stated, currently reside in the DMV, Mississippi native.
Hmm.
What made you make the move there?
Honestly, that's a story in itself, and I don't tell everybody the story either. But now, I mean, obviously, a lot more people are gonna see it. But um, my high
I mean, you
school,
can give
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
bits that you
yeah,
want.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But it's like I'm not used to like people asking me that question. Usually, it takes
Mm.
people a minute to learn like the real story behind me coming to the DMV. But my high school friend Mariama, she came to our school like the very last day of junior year, and everyone was like, "Why is she here on the last day of school?" But um, senior year of high school, I come to DC for an organization, like a program to be taught about politics and government, political efficacy, and all these things, this, then, the third. And I come back from this trip, and my friend Mariama, I'm like just glowing, basically telling her about all the things that I did, the things that I saw in Washington D.C., and like getting to talk to my roommates who were Hawaiian and
Mm.
making friends with people from Wisconsin, like all of these things. I'm just raving to my friend Mariama, and she was basically one of the first people to say, "You have to go back. Like, if you love it that much, you have to go back." And I was like, you know what? You're right. I am gonna go back. But unfortunately, Mariama passed away in 2021. But when she passed away, I basically made the conscious decision to be like, I told her all of these things about DC. I have to go back. Like I have to go
Yeah,
back. Yeah, 2020, 2021, around that time, like, yeah, when she passed away, I was like, I gotta go back. So I'm here.
I got
Yeah,
you.
I actually whole different piece of the story. I actually graduated college a semester early just to move to the DMV. I had to. I had the I had the plan. I just need the platform.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. I'm starting a little bit differently. I actually done that the last episode as well.
Mhm.
Um, so I'm gonna start kind of like where you're at now and like bring it back a little bit. But besides a lot of the stuff that's been happening now with this current administration,
Mhm.
what are some things about the DMV that you think draws people to that area?
Oh, it's see, I tell people who are from here around the DMV who ask me this question about why I left Mississippi, and they're like, "Oh, it's different, it's different, it's different." The thing is, if you leave the Capitol, if you leave the White House, if you leave all these downtown, like very corporate places, tourist places, it's just Southern hospitality. Like from Mississippi all the way up to the Mason Dixon is just Southern hospitality. Like Virginia is technically part of the South, so it's like, of
Yeah,
course, that
yeah.
spills over into DC and the there's community aspect. Like some of the neighborhoods here used to have unique names to the type of communities that they were encompassing, or encasing, and it's like you have people here. I pass people all the time at the mom and pop shops. They know my name. I wave at them from across the street when I'm walking home. So it's like it's literally just like home. So it's the same. It's warm and welcoming.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that about the DMV. I guess majority of the folks that I know or have heard talk about it, they're from there. But
Mhm.
being from somewhere else and living there, and for the time that you've been there, hearing about the Southern hospitality part and
Mhm.
not if it being more of an Eastern type of feel to
Mhm.
it. So
Yeah, it
that's
definitely
actually pretty
has
cool.
its quirks, but it also has its perks.
Yeah.
Like it's something for everybody here. And I think when people come here, they learn that really quickly.
So you mentioned community being the energizer, the main charge for everything that you do. What are some of those things that you're involved in, community wise, besides the nonprofit work that you're doing?
Um, community wise, I do a lot when it comes to local government in DC. I do a lot to advocate for our students from our organization, because it's the way that my organization operates is not just work to us. Like these are people with faces and families. Like we see these students walk to school sometimes because like we all live in the same neighborhoods, and so I do a lot with local government and doing things to help protect things like our out of school time, being able to have funding and security so our students can go to, even if it's just not our program, they can go run track after school, and they feel safe and comfortable and have lights on while they do it. So I've contributed quite a bit of time to speaking with and being in the same room as local government here.
Okay. How long have you been doing that part specifically? Doing the local government type work.
Oh, local government. Well, government and politics has been my thing my entire life anyway. So that's always been something that I've been trying to be involved in. But coming to the DMV specifically, that's also something that I've always been involved in. Because the first job that I worked at dealt with politics and policy anyway in the nonprofit sector, and then I moved to the current organization that I am now, and that's where I really started to ramp up that face-to-face local government action.
Hmm. Okay, okay. What's the name of that nonprofit that you work for currently?
Currently, I work for DC Scores in Washington, DC, and it's the best organization to ever have existed. I tell people all the time, like when we have volunteer opportunities, come volunteer with the best organization that ever has existed and ever will exist.
Okay. What do you think is so big about working for a nonprofit compared to a lot of these other type of organizations and lobbyists and things of that nature?
Yeah. nonprofit work, in my opinion, it brings a sense of, I don't even know, of sense of fulfillment maybe, but it's you're around people who want to be at a nonprofit. Really,
Mm.
like most of the time, from what I experience from my job currently, it's people who want to be there. We all know what's going on out right outside our doors, but instead of us running away from it, we say we need to be here more than ever. So especially right now, it's like nonprofit work. It's you're working alongside people who actually want to be there.
Mm. I got you. Got you. All right. So you're a gamer, and I know you started streaming not too
Yeah.
long ago. Um, have you always been into gaming, like
Oh,
since you were a kid?
Oh, absolutely. Me and my like immediate family always laugh about how um my first game system, my sister and I's first game system was the original Xbox, and
Mm.
my aunt bought us Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and we were like 6 and 8, and yeah, it started from there.
Uh, what's been well, what are some of like the evolutions of the game systems that you've gotten over the
Oh,
years?
honestly, like I got my ice. Well, number one, my PS4 is my pride and joy. I've had it since 2016, and I've kept it in tip top shape. I literally was just talking about it today. But original Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox One S, the PS4. I built my own gaming PC. Like, um,
Yeah,
uh,
you did
we,
it right.
right. We got our dad an Atari Color, and I played that a whole bunch. I still have my DS, like, and the games to it. Like,
uh,
yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Oh, I have a Switch
I
Lite.
miss my
Like, I'm
DS
here.
so
I'm
much.
locked.
Um, okay, I have a PS4 as part of the lineage of stuff that I have, but I
Mm,
haven't turned it on in ages.
yeah.
It's collecting so much dust.
I
It's
feel
sad,
that.
actually.
Yeah. I also have a PS2 that's in storage, but it exists. It's just out
Oh
here.
man, what made you rake up the confidence to start streaming?
Honestly, it's like in my mind, whatever I do, genuinely, whatever I do in life, I'm just like, if I like it, I don't really care who doesn't.
Mhm.
Like I'm gonna post clips of me and my friends playing Fortnite at 2 a.m. when we all should probably be quiet because we have neighbors. But yeah, it's just like once I've accepted whatever I'm doing as good,
Mhm.
and I deem it as good and perfect and fine by me, I don't really care about what everybody else has to say about it, to be honest.
That's a good mindset to have. All right, so another thing that I've recently seen you get into is DJing.
Hmm.
You know, like step into the music scene a good bit. Is that more of like a hobby, or is it has to do with something else with your creative expression?
Honestly, a little bit of both. I do it currently as a hobby right now. I want to learn so I can maybe DJ at parties or like small gatherings and have fun with it in that way. But right now, I do it as a hobby, but also as a creative expression. A lot of the time when I am DJing, I'm DJing lyrics that like mean something. So
Mm.
even if I'm trolling, um, like the lyrics are telling you exactly what I want to say. I tell people it's kind of like that scene in the first Transformers where Bumblebee was changing the radio stations to
Ah,
make
yeah,
Sam
yeah.
understand what he's saying. That's how I think about it. Just like
Mm.
put together whatever whenever I think about it, and if it's saying what I want it to say, then work from there.
So, besides you trying to get out certain messages, do you have a certain flow that you try to present with it, or because I know a lot of people feel like they have to be in a certain lane when they DJ, and then some people they do a little bit of everything.
Hmm.
Do you try to? Is there certain lanes or genres that you try to mainly push?
Honestly, no, I feel like I'm one of those people who tries a little bit of everything because in the DMV, pretty much everyone knows how to DJ, has a
Hmm.
DJ deck of some sort, and so it's like it's always somebody to learn from too. Like especially because the DMV has go-go music and that has
Yeah,
very
yeah.
West African and Latin roots, and it's just like you can learn a little bit from everybody here. Like all the DJs, even all the ones who play the same, maybe they all play like EDM, three people play EDM, all three of those people play EDM completely differently. And it's just like whatever feels right in the moment, really.
I got you. How is the music scene out there? I know usually besides the DMV local artists
Mhm.
and then the artists that have made it mainstream, they always come through. But how do other artists come through the DMV and like show up for concerts and things?
Honestly, I'll start out by saying I'll just completely snitch on myself, and I'm apologizing to everyone from the DMV that I did not know who the Alchemist was, but now I'm hip. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I didn't know who the Alchemist was, but now I know. Larry June. Now I know. Now I know. Anyways, honestly, someone put it in a very interesting way to me. And I feel like this translates to what you just asked me about how they show up for concerts and like how the music scene shows up. But people say that people don't come to the DMVs or DC specifically. People don't come to DC to become famous. Like
Mm.
you come to DC to have fun with it. You go to New York and LA to hit it big and get seen in front of somebody. Obviously, you can hit it big in DC. It's very much as capable and possible to hit it big in DC, but people don't come to DC looking to be better than the next person. People come to DC to say, I have this sound. If you like it, let's go hang out and make some more tunes, you know? And that's I feel like that's how people and artists in the DMV slash DC specifically, how they show up. And it's a lot of fun.
Okay, yeah, I know every coast it seems like has their own flair and reason as to why a lot of their people are big and everything like that. But for you to have a spot that you can feel like you can just come and have fun or get a core audience base and
Mm-hmm.
really try out some different things is actually kind of cool if you ask me. So.
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay, modeling. You're currently modeling with, is it a JAG or does it have like a
JAG CO. Yeah.
okay, it's just okay. So JAG company, JAG CO Modeling
Yes.
Agency. Uh, what led you to get into modeling?
It's something that I did a lot in high school for my photography
Mm.
friends who were trying to build out their portfolios for clientele. And so they would ask me to come help, and obviously like have nothing else to do after school if I'm not at some sort of sport. So I would go and help out, and they would let me wear whatever I felt like or whatever, and they would pay me in props or food. And so we just hang out and take pictures all day. And once I started posting their work onto my Instagram page, those years, people would tell me that I'm pretty good at it. And I was like, at that time, I was like, oh, okay, like, I guess, like, whatever. But, I didn't really have the creative freedom and creative liberty to really dive into it. But once I got out of college and moved in on my own and just kind of had a little bit of extra time here and there, I started to creep back into it. And one thing led to another. I went to a couple castings. Now I'm here.
Oh, that was my next question. Is actually like when specifically did you kind of like start or not? What do you think is the reason as to how you got comfortable being in front of the camera?
I think who I am, like down to like how what the color of my glasses that I wear, it's all just a creative process for me. And it's one of those things where once I've decided that it's good enough for me, and once I feel like I've put my best foot forward and put in my hardest work toward it and continue to work toward it, no one can really tell me that I'm doing it wrong or it's bad or they don't want it, because it's like I want it, so I'll just be the person that wants it.
Okay. So you said you did a few casting calls.
Mhm.
What was that process like?
Um, Honestly, casting calls in the fashion and modeling world, it can be all sorts of things. It's on a spectrum, to be honest. You could be met with pretty much anything. You could have the person running it not show up on time, and it could be for whatever, literally for whatever reason. They could walk in and be like, "Oh yeah, I was on the phone with like Ralph Lauren or something. Sorry, I'm 10 minutes late. Let's get this casting started." Um, or like they just walk in and they're like, okay, like we're gonna send a couple people in the next show, like out into Central Europe, and there's gonna be a show there and stuff like that. It literally just could be anything. Yeah. Did I answer your question? I kind of forgot in the middle, but
Well, what was the process like? At least
yeah,
for
yeah,
the agency that you ended up
yeah.
being able
Okay,
to
well,
sign with. Yeah.
specifically for my agency though, it was I went to a first casting did a couple of model walks. There's usually criteria for what you show up in and like the way that you have your hair. And then you do a couple of model walks. You take a couple of practice digitals, and basically, if you look good on camera and your walk is fine, you got a second chance at the second casting. And once you made it through the second casting and kind of had like a personality, I don't want to say like a personality check, but just more of a interview type process where you answer a few questions about yourself and why you really want to do this.
Mhm.
And then once that second casting is over, basically by the time you make it to that third, is go time. So are you gonna do it or not?
Mm. Okay, okay. What do you think stands out about your agency compared to maybe some of those other ones? And then, well, I'll say in like the DMV area or
Right.
maybe like the East Coast area. Yeah.
Right. For the ones that I'm aware of so far, comparatively, I think my agency is just very accepting of just everybody. Like we don't have a set specific look for a model. We don't have a this person is the mold of what you should look like. We have people from all different backgrounds, walks of life, nationalities. Like, um, yeah, it's a melting pot for our agency, and it's very inclusive and very besties, very uplifting, very we're all gonna get through this and we're all gonna be the best at the very best at this. So it's very
Yeah.
good environment.
Love that. On a slightly different note, how long did it take you to tap into the creative scene in the DMV once you moved?
Honestly, it didn't take long at all. The first year of me being in the DMV, I pretty much didn't really go out because the job I was working at the time um, didn't really my time and schedule didn't really allow me to have a lot of off time. But once I switched jobs and the type of work that I was doing, I had a little bit more time on the weekends, and I was like, okay, well, I see a couple people that I've been meeting in the city, they're going to these events, I think I'm just going to start going to these too. So I would see ads on different social medias, and then I'll kind of do just like a background check of the venue of asking people who may follow that specific, you know, Instagram account or whatever, and be like, oh, so have you been to this thing? How do you feel about it? All these things. But yeah, once I started going, it was like it was over. You know, it once people see your face and start to learn your name, nah, it's over after that.
Yeah. I feel like honestly, it's probably everywhere, or at least in non super big U.S. cities. Once you start going to different events, once you start being in some of those same places with some of the same people, it's like, yeah, you're kind of locked in now. So,
Yeah, like it's good. It's good. Especially DC being one of those places again. People don't really come here to be famous. They don't really come here to step on everybody else. They come here to say, let's collaborate and figure out what we can make better for each other.
yeah. So, you're a former athlete. I know you did soccer.
Mhm.
Did you do anything else at
I
any
ran
point in
track.
time? Okay.
I don't talk about that all the time
Um,
either. I ran track though. I just thought about that.
Um, what when did you do it? Because the one year that I wasn't on the team was my junior year, so that was your sophomore year.
Possibly.
Um,
I think I started my
was
sophomore
that
year.
okay? Okay. Because I don't remember as many people as I should who was on it my senior year, but I know my junior year I didn't do it, and that kind of threw off my memory for a lot of things.
Real.
But I know soccer,
Mhm.
if I'm saying it correctly, was your main thing.
Mhm.
Um, do you still play at all, like
Don't get it
for a local
twisted. Don't
club
get it
or?
twisted. I people I might look like auntie. Don't get it twisted. I'm still out here. I'm still out here. Don't get it twisted. Y'all should still be scared of me.
LOL. What does playing mean to you?
It's also a form of creativity for me. Really, like, even down to playing different positions on the field.
Mm,
Your mode, your mindset completely switches, even if you just go one position to the left, one position to the right. Um, and it's just another form of creativity for me. It's another way for me to express myself.
Is the soccer scene as big as it is? Well, I guess it's a little different in the U.S. overall, but I don't remember if they have an MLS team there. I know they
Oh yeah, we
have.
have DC United, and we have the Washington
Okay,
Spirit, the women's team.
yeah, I knew that they had a women's
Mhm.
team there,
We can
but I
rally
can
out
remember
here.
about a men's team. How big is the support for those teams there in
Oh,
DC?
DC is a soccer city. Like the Nationals play here, respect to them. The Caps play here, respect to them. Like respect to all the other teams. But DC, we show up for our soccer teams, regardless if they're winning, losing, tying. Don't care. If they're down the street at a puppy shelter event, the city's there. Like we love our soccer team really. And the DC United and Washington Spirit also partners with my organization that I work for. So it's like everybody shows love, everybody pours into each other. They pour into us, we pour into them. It's just one big happy family.
Yeah, I love that. It must be nice to have multiple uh, national sports teams of
Yeah,
major
I'm not
leagues
gonna
that you can
lie.
actually
Not
support.
gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's fun. It's a good time.
Okay. At this point in your life, what does being from Mississippi mean to you?
Oh, it means everything. It has always meant everything to me. Like even when I was living in Mississippi full time, it's always meant everything to me because I know what the gym of Mississippi. I know the gym that Mississippi is. People, we have our perks and our quirks too, and people try to pretend like we just really weren't out here giving the whole union of all the states the things that it needs by being from Mississippi and operating in Mississippi. Like everyone is welcome for the Coca-Cola recipe. You all are welcome. That's Mississippi. Like you're welcome. Like Brandy and Ray J, you're welcome. Oscar Proud from the Proud family, you're welcome. Like it's us. It's always been us, and it's always been instead of my last name on my back, you might as well just put Mississippi on my back on every jersey that I've ever worn because I put on for my city, really.
Yeah, yeah. For you, did you have family or maybe friends that kind of like actually led you to know, okay, these people are from Mississippi. These are the contributions that like Mississippi people have done like over the years, or was it something that you kind of like took on yourself at once you got in like middle school or like high school and started to really learn?
Oh, listen, my mom had me watching the Roots Marathon at 8. Like, I was watching all 27, 28 hours of Roots, like, from beginning to end. Now I'm mad. Like, I don't even know who Kunta Kinte is, but now I'm mad at whoever is being mean to him. I'm mad now. That's all I know. I'm upset. Um, but yeah, it's always been instilled in me too, because like coming from a very large extended family, my family goes back generations in Mississippi of sharecroppers
Mm,
and people who were enslaved by through chattel slavery. People who I've had family members by blood who have escaped the bayous of New Orleans who had to live and pass as being white in Mississippi, living with
mm.
European descent people and their families. Like it runs deep. Like all of it. It just truly, truly runs deep. And I have not gone a day of my life where I can remember where I did not acknowledge that or someone didn't tell me that. So it's always been there.
I love that. I know everybody's family is a little different, especially if they
Mhm,
don't quite know the true history
mhm,
behind their family and where it all originates. But I definitely love that. Um, you mentioned earlier about DC
mhm,
having Southern hospitality, or the DMV in general having Southern hospitality.
mhm.
Have you gotten, or at least when you first moved there, did you have a good number of people asking you where you were from and like any of those typical stereotypical questions
Mhm.
about Mississippi?
Yeah. Well, number one, a lot of people that I just meet on the street, I don't know why they expect me to sound a certain way, but they point out to me that I don't sound like I'm from the South. But I'm like, I just met you on the street. I don't know you like that. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people tell me that I don't have an accent, but then I meet people who I've gotten comfortable around and they're like, "Oh, you definitely have an accent." Um, but yeah, I definitely gotten the stereotypical questions, and I'm just like, listen, I'm also a history buff, so I could genuinely explain all of this to you. Um, like, don't make me tell you why people in a certain neighborhood look like people from Mississippi. Like, it's all connected, you know. But a lot of people just don't know the history and connection that Mississippi has to the DMV slash Virginia all the way up to the Mason Dixon. So some people just don't know.
It's actually interesting how deep the South, specifically Mississippi and Alabama's roots are everywhere. Because I was
Hmm.
talking with some of my coworkers like a couple months ago about Detroit and Chicago
Hmm.
and a lot of those roots there and everything, and how if you have family there, how they always talk about like whenever they move from Mississippi or like certain mannerisms and different things that you can see, you can tell like, oh, okay, they have Southern roots within their blood. They just don't really know it. So it's actually
Yeah.
kind of funny to me.
Yeah, like a lot of people here, I'll ask like once they tell me that I don't sound Southern, or once they tell me all these things that they think stereotypically about Mississippi, I go, "You have family from the South, don't you? Your grandparents are probably from the South, aren't they?" And they're like, "Yeah, well, my family's from like Arkansas, or like we come from like the Central Florida." And I'm like, "Okay, so what are you talking about? Like, we're probably cousins."
Yeah, yeah. uh, what are a few things that you would like to see change here in Mississippi?
I wish people understood that it is okay to leave, to develop, and then come back and bring your skills back to the state.
Mm,
Like I don't get me wrong. We definitely need people putting on for the city while they're in the city. Do not get me wrong. But there are certain things that you can only learn by getting out of your bubble. That's
mm,
what I mean by that. Like it's okay to step out of your bubble. It's okay to step out of the only thing that you know to go learn something new about the world around you, and then use that positivity that you just learned and bring it back. I'm not saying you have to leave Mississippi and say forget it, I'm never coming back. Like, even if you just go to another country, another state across the country for a week or something, and go do something productive while you're there and learn something new, see something new, eat something new, you know what I'm saying? You can bring that back with you, and then use that and capitalize on that, and use that for the betterment of your own community. That's what I hope. But I also let me I also think that there should be more opportunities for people to develop themselves outside of Mississippi too. Like, I feel like there are no avenues for people to model in Mississippi. I feel like there are very little
mm,
avenues for people to DJ
mm.
in Mississippi. I feel like there are very little avenues for people to become fashion designers in Mississippi. But that comes with a whole bunch of other layers of things that
Oh
we've
yeah,
already been through. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it goes in and it comes out. Like, it goes both ways.
Honestly, the last thing that you said, if it was up to me, and this is something that's like a part of my like life's work. Like I've set these goals since I was like in middle school that
Right.
this will be something I focus on. I want to be able to have those pathways, those avenues, whether it's just the South being connected or whether it's like you can literally go from here to do whatever anywhere else and have that access,
Mhm.
have those resources, have that network for you to be able to do those things creatively or something in the STEM field or whatnot, but not for you to feel like just because we're here that we can't really do it or we gotta grind really hard just to get there. Like is in my opinion, besides the stupidity that we spend our money on,
Right.
um, if we use a lot more of that funding to be able to simply put in basic level of stuff like or actually put money behind a lot of the things that are happening here creatively now,
Mhm.
at least for some people that don't have the platform to be able to do it on a large scale, if we put the money behind them, like that'll help tremendously as well, to where people feel like, oh,
Mhm.
okay, like there are a lot of things happening here in the entire state, and then it'll also let the whole country know too, like, hey, like Mississippi never went anywhere, and we're
Yeah.
still producing,
Yes.
we're still giving you everything that we have, and literally
Yeah.
inklings of it in every individual sector that there is in this country. So
Yeah. What Ludacris say on that one song? I never went nowhere, but they saying Luda's back. Like, Mississippi has never lost its swag. It's always been as swagged out as ever have been. Like, a lot of the fashion trends that go on in the country right now stem from
literally,
Mississippi and the South. I'm like, we are the blueprint. Like, people's mannerisms stem from the South. A lot of people, like, come on, like, Mississippi has never not been that. that girl. Like, she has always been that.
All right, we're moving on to our last segment here. Just a few more questions. If you could give your younger self some advice, what would it be?
Um, Whenever they try to make you feel crazy, you're not. If you feel like you are good at something, you're good at that thing. Because I promise you, you are. And once you get to 24 years old, you're going to realize you are good at all the things that whoever had anybody had anything negative to say about whatever you were doing. If you feel like it was good, it's good. I promise. Like let people read that thing. Show people that thing. Show people that you are good at that thing. Do that thing. Like, it's good. If you feel like it's good, believe that.
All right. So you've been living in the DMV for some good time now. Off the top of your head, you don't have to think too hard because that might be a little difficult. But tell me, maybe 3 to 5 people in the creative space that you would think we should all check out.
Oh, I'm just gonna name off all my friends. But oof. I mean, if you want to learn how to create clothes, learn how to DJ, my friend Larry, Lier, um, uh, Kasim George, he took the photo for my profile picture on Instagram. Very great friend, very amazing photographer. He's been doing photography for quite some time. Very good at it. I'm gonna get like played off the Oscar stage. I'm gonna start naming so many people.
Hey, we
Literally,
got
just
time.
like I'd have to get you like type up a whole Google Doc or something. But it's just so many people. People can check me out. I think people all should check me out and things I do. Um, and then once you come to my page, you'll find all the other people I'm talking about because those are all the people that I include on all the stuff I do. So yeah, those are the top 3 people: Larry, Kasim, and me.
That's cool that you want to give your friends that love and
Yeah, they need
make
their
sure that
10s. They're good. They're good.
uh, all right, this is the last question. I'm reading a little slowly.
All right, I'll
If you go
concentrate.
into a library, what kind of library would it be? A music library, a movie/TV show
Oh,
library, or a regular book library?
music. Has to be music. No brainer. Music.
For you, would it just be like timeless, or would it be like certain genres, or like certain like lanes and feelings that you would try to make sure is represented?
I don't even know. Honestly, it'd be just like a brain dump, to be honest, because like with the type of extended family that I have, I have one grandmother who was 14 when the Second World War ended, so all the music from that
Oh
time.
man.
And then
Yeah.
my other grandmother, she was working in a music store when the original vinyls of Michael Jackson's Bad was coming out. Like, she was selling the original records of that. Like, she used to have those. And so it's like from one grandmother to the next grandmother, and then everything else in between before my birthday in 2000, and then to the moment right now. It's like that's so much music, and it's just
Yeah.
so much good music too. It just be a brain dump. I just have to open up my brain and just dump it all in there.
It's actually pretty cool that. Well, is your grandmother the one who was around during World War II?
No,
She's still alive,
she
or
passed away in January of this year.
oh,
Yeah,
well,
yeah, she was over
but
90.
even with that though,
Yeah.
like I was actually cool to be able to learn about her life and the way that she shared it. I don't know if she gave you everything, but learn about her life and some of the things that she saw, being around for that long.
Hmm. Yeah, like I me being a history buff and government political science buff, like I'm that person. I'm also the ancestry person of the family. Like I'm that person who's like, well, I know our great however many is from like this country and then that country. And so yeah, I was that kid who I would ask. Yeah, I asked, and I would ask my cousins, and then if I wasn't around my grandmother, I'd text my cousins to ask my grandmother.
Mm.
So If there were stories that she didn't want to tell, I don't know, because I made her tell me.
Oh man, it's good though, because that's one thing we need to do better is
Yeah.
documenting a lot of those
Yeah.
stories
Yeah.
and a lot of our ancestries.
Yeah, and if you ever decide to get into it, or anyone watching this ever decides to get into it, like, if you are a person of color, just be prepared of how overwhelming it can feel at times. It's gonna feel very liberating when you find it, but in the moment that you see it, you're like, all right, and you understand exactly what I'm talking about too. So
There's actually that you mentioned it, something that I'm trying to get into now.
mhm.
Both sides of my family, my mom and my dad's, with my videography, do a good bit of documenting a lot of our history, and at least a lot of the people that are living,
Mhm.
figure out a better way to connect a lot of that. So I'm
Yeah.
definitely
How
definitely
far
into
back do you
that.
know about your history? Like, did your family or history ever come from anywhere outside of Mississippi before um
Um,
the trade?
I don't know about anybody outside, well, coming outside of Mississippi, or at least I don't know quite yet. I
Mhm.
do know that a lot of the family, on both sides left Mississippi at different points in time.
Mhm.
And so I want to say it was probably, if it wasn't in the 80s specifically, it probably started maybe in the 70s when a
Mhm.
lot of the family started like moving out to different spots and stuff like that. And so if you always ask my dad or maybe ask somebody on my mom's side, like, where is some of our family? Like, I can literally rattle off 20 to 25 states right now
Fair enough.
of where all of our family is and like how long they've been there to a certain degree and everything. So that's the other part, trying to understand everybody that's here and then try to figure out who all is not here or currently living in Mississippi,
Mhm.
because a lot of the people I haven't met before. And that's the other thing where it's like, I got to really meet a lot of my family before I can actually say, like, I can do this for real, for real. So,
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it's a journey.
yeah. All right, Nichole, thank you for being on the podcast
For
today
sure.
and giving you some of your time and sharing some of your
Yeah.
experiences. I definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, I was excited for this. I have been talking about it all week.
You're actually the second person to shoot their shot and get on the pod this season. So, well, I'm gonna
Yeah.
say this season, but this time frame this year and everything like that. So
Yeah,
yeah.
get me on. Next season, get me on too. Maybe we don't know where we're gonna be.
Oh, for sure. I can definitely have you come back on.
All right, thank you for having me though.
Thank you. All right. This is the More Defined podcast. We'll see y'all next time.
Peace.